Hello, hello, hello. This is David, Elizabeth Craft Designs. Welcome for another live. Um, just before I went live, I had a technical thingy. Um, Facebook was playing up again, but we are live. We're live on YouTube. We are live on Facebook, so everything is fine now. I'm always happy when that happens. Well, not when it's not working, but happy when it's working, right? So I'm just getting all the comments so I can see them. And I don't see any Facebook comments. Ah, there they are. Hello, Robin. Hello, everybody. Right, let me just do this there. And then it should all be fine. There we go. Yes. Hello, hello, hello. Good to see you for another fun Wednesday live. This is David, and we're gonna have some fun today. Hi, Belinda. Hi, Sharon. And Robin is here. Ellie is here. Anita is here. Petra is here. Hello. Hi, hi, hi. Hi, Miranda. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Annette. Hi, hi. Good to see you all. Hi, Annette. Say hello to Els, Josette, and Gonnie for me. Hey, hey, Josette. I'm glad you made it to the Netherlands. So, hi, I4. So, yes, today I've got a nice plan, I think. I'm going to show you how to combine my collection, the Hello You collection, with Annette's memory binder. So, that's what I'm going to do because I've got a memory keeping page I want to make, and I want to use my collection for that. Oh, thank you, Anna. But before we do that, I was looking at my desk and I suddenly saw one journal that I thought, huh? I haven't showed that journal during the live. It was just sitting there and nobody said anything. So yes, this is, I'm going to show you a journal from Susanna, and that's an amazing journal. Susanna Stenman, and it's stunning. So I hope you love it as much as I do. So I'm going to start with showing you that, and then I'm going to go ahead and make a memory keeping page in my memory binder that holds a lot of photos. I forgot to count them. I think it's 8 photos I'm going to put in there on one page, and I show you what I thought about when I set this binder up, when I had the calendar in there, how I'm going to work that as well. So lots to show you, lots to tell you. I'm going to keep an eye out on the comments, and yeah, we're just going to have some fun. So ready? Let's switch the camera around. So here is that gorgeous journal. Look at that. And this is so beautiful. I just have to show you. She did a lot of stenciling. This stencil with the big chevrons on. Look at how gorgeous that is. And all the colors and stamping and all the yummy goodness there. That's so good. Thank you for liking, sharing, and commenting, Deborah. That's really nice. Hi, Sissy. Welcome. So, let's open it up, shall we? So, look at this. All the fun. I'm going to show them all because they're all gorgeous. These are the little ATC size tags that come with this set. So these are perfect ATC cards. And then here are the tags you use from a different set, from the slider pockets. This is just stunning stuff. I love the splattering on here as well. I'll give you a close-up of the splattering. Hi, Joe. You see that gorgeous splattering and that shiny gold splatters. It's just gorgeous. So that's that one. Let's open it up for the next one. This is fun. Just use that as a decorative element. I love this. This is a very bright and colorful background, and then just the flowers without coloring on there. I love that. But Susanna also does some gorgeous coloring. I love the grunge. I love how this looks. And I love the white edging. The slider pocket. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. I love this. And here she turned that lace into a little pocket here. How fun is that? I mean, look at that. And here's a little ephemera pocket. Hello, you. This is so much fun with that turning element in there. Some photos from the ephemera book, from the journal Ephemera 1. Hi, Wanda. Good to see you. This is also fun, and this is what I love about the sort of neutral tone I have with all these cut aparts and all the pictures in the ephemera, because you can color them to your liking. You can just color them the way you like them, and I love that. Beautiful work, Susanna. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful work. No, it's not. It's a nice, very, very nice size to work in. Terry Kendall over on YouTube says, this seems to be a size that's not intimidating. No, it's not. It's not too big. Yeah, I love it. I love this size to work in. Beautiful, beautiful work, Susanna. And I love all the white etching she's done on the page. Love that. And then here's, oh, this is fun. Let me show you. How cool is that? Turn that into a shaker. I love how your brain works, Susanna. Look at that. Oh, this is just gorgeous. I love this. So yeah, I could not show you this one because, I mean, it's stunning, right? Can I get some hearts for Susanna? Hi, Josette. Hi, Petra. Because that is absolutely stunning, Susanna. Thank you. Beautiful with the orange butterfly. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. So I'm going to put this one in a safe place because I need to bring that to Nijkerk coming weekend. So who's coming to Nijkerk? If you're in the Netherlands, who's coming to the fair? I would love to see you there. We are having fun there. Annette is going to do a fantastic make and take. I just need to switch off one lamp I see that reflects in the glass. There we go. That's better. Annette's going to do a fantastic make and take. I'm going to do a make and take. And I got some questions on how it works. The safest bet is the minute you come in on the day, go to the Elizabeth Craft Designs booth and register there for a time slot in the day. That way that's your best chance of being there. So I found myself here. So that's for the coming week, for coming weekend. That's going to be fun. Hi, Cindy. I just explained. I saw your message. I just explained how to do it, but I'll message you back as well. Hi, Belinda. So yeah, if you're coming, welcome. So beautiful, beautiful slate blue binder I've got here, and I've made my dashboard already for 2026. I did that during a live, I think. And here's a page with the dates in January, which is my dashboard for January. And I'm going to make a page right here with my own collection. Now, if you remember me from being in the design team for the planners, I don't journal. I don't write what I'm going to do. I'm right now. Speaking is hard today. I don't write what I want to do. No, not what I want to do, what I did. Okay, try that again, David. Really? Okay, again. I don't write a story like Annette does about what she did, what happened that day, etc., and why she's documenting that. What I'm going to do is I'm going to use a big stamp for my dates, And then on here, I will write what that date was about. So I will just do it in one word or one sentence. So I can just flick through and I can see like, okay, that was that, etc. So that is how I do it. And that's what we're going to do today as well. So I'm going to make a page that goes there. So I'm going to put this one to the side. And then we're going to get started. Now I'm going to ink everything, in this case with Vintage Photo, just because I like it. It's a beautiful color. And I need my Vintage Photo dauber. There we go. Got it. So that's ready to go. And I've got a big box of goodies here. Now, of course, what we need is a base page. And I know my page is going to be like that. And let's check, double check. Yep, it's going to be right there. So I cut this out of my latest paper pack. Beautiful, beautiful paper with that vintage pattern on. And I'm just going to start with inking the edges. Cindy, I've made a lot of journals in my own collection. And of course, these elements work perfect in my art journals. But it's also fun to see how things can mix and match. And I think Annette's style and mine, we can work together really nicely. So I just wanted to show you that. And yeah, maybe give you some ideas and inspiration on how to use it in your art journals, but also in a memory binder, because that is the idea. Yeah, you can really mix and match and play how you want it. So this is going to be my main star of this page. This is going to be here, and I'm going to glue that on and have all sorts of elements on there. This is going to be a pocket itself. So what I'm going to do, this is going to be glued only here, here, and at the bottom, so I can slide something in. So that's going to go there. Then I've got all the envelopes that go on there. And I'm going to place one envelope without the base above that. So let's start by setting up that texture. So I need to fold all these flappies. Like so. And then I'll ink them. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. That's nice, Cindy. Looking forward to seeing you and your mom again. It's been a while. Ah, Cheryl, that's great that you're getting it, right? Yeah, for the people that are still on the fence, the Buy It All bundle, that one finishes Wednesday, today. So today is the last chance to get that 20% discount on it. So take advantage of it. And that's also why I'm showing you, like, okay, what can you do besides art journaling? What more can you do? So I'm coming in quite heavy with the Vintage Photo on the corners, just because I like that. And why am I doing Vintage Photo? Well, I love Vintage Photo as a color to work with. Normally I don't use it that much for my inking of the edges. But with this paper, any color almost goes. And I've got lots of teal elements that are going to work beautifully with that Vintage Photo. So yeah, that's going to be fun, fun, fun. Hi, Catherine. Welcome. So yeah, don't forget to like, share, and comment to be able to win that $50 gift certificate. Like that. So these three are done. Let me just ink these. Just I don't like the white core, but I also love that it gives it that vintage crunchy look. Thank you, Jeff, for sharing the link to the Buy It All, just in case you missed it. So I don't know who's live on Friday. It's definitely not Annette, me, or Els, or Josette, because we're all setting up in Nijkerk for the fair, for the expo. So who's live on Friday? If Els or anyone from the team is here, let me know. Oh, Sharon, if you have the products, you can. And then the fun bit of it is always, you can always watch back, right? So I'm just going to flap these the other way because I want this also to be inked. Heather is live on Friday. Oh, cool. Heather is always fun. She's making fantastic stuff as well. Thank you, Anita. Cool. And you see, Vintage Photo works beautifully with the paper. That's what I love about these papers, because fairly every brown works with it, whether it's Vintage Photo. This is fun. Yeah, that's going to be fun. I mean, I've got the idea in my head, and this one's going to go above that. Yes, 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 yes. I don't have a lot of space here for stamping. There's going to be some here, but I'll do that after the fact, I think. Yeah. So one thing I already see is that I need to glue down my hole reinforcers before I glue on this pocket. So let's do that. So I've cut these out of that beautiful teal paper as well. Make some time for it, Debbie. It's fun, but I get it. I get it. Sometimes life gets in the way of playing, right? So I'm just going to place that one there. So I'll place these on first. And I'm going to turn them just so that they're not all the same. That's my trick. You know, I can never get them, glue them in exactly the same spot. So then do it purposely, because then it looks like you intended to do so. You see? Where if I would have tried to get them all in the same direction straight, that wouldn't work in my case. So, not another star here. There. Gotta find the other one. I know I've got them. So one more here. I need one more. Where is it? In the box, probably. Thanks, Josette. Boom, 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 boom. You know what? I'm going to place a heart in the center then. The middle one. Why not? So then the base is already done. And I said I was going to do the stamping after the fact, but I am not. So I'm just going to take my Scribbles stamp set. And I need to find a block that's still suitable because I've packed everything up for the fair. So you're going to go there. I'm lining you up right there with the edge. And you're going to be lined up with the back of this one. So this is a number stamp. And I'm going to use Portobello. I'm just going to use that to stamp here on the edge. And that's coming from under here, which is fine. I like that. And that's coming back here. And that's coming back here at the bottom. This is so much fun. And I'm just going to use this one. Part of that will be covered, but that's fine. And let's do you here. This is a big number stamp. So I'm staying in the browns, not using black for my stamping this time. I like that. So you're coming here. You're coming here. See, that's already giving nice dimension on the page. So I'm going to use my little circle. And that's going to go right here. Hi, Diane. Good to see you. Hi, George. No, Penny. The base page is not in the buy it all because that is from Annette Green's collection. From the memory binder collection, the memory keeping collection, everyday memories collection. And I was looking for the base page die set, and all of a sudden I found it. That's this one. That's the 2334 base page assortment. So that is not in the buy it all. In the buy it all are the base pages for my collection. It's for the Art Journal Specials collection. So that's what you find in there. Right, so that's that. Oh, forgot to ink that up, but I do like it sort of softly there. I need something here. Let's do, does this fit? That fits. Okay. Hi, Mariana. Hi, Sabina. Welcome, everybody. So for the new people, don't forget to like, share, and comment to be able to win the $50 gift certificate. Hi, Marijke. Good to see you. There we go. So I've stamped all around of that what I know you're going to see. So let's start with gluing this down. Now, I'm lucky that I still have some tape. So I'm going to use tape. You can use just your liquid glue as well. That's not that bad, but in my case, I want to use this. Like that. And like that. So if we glue it down like this, we've got a big pocket. Does that make sense? Bonjour France. Ça va? I'm just going to varnish that down really well. Yeah, and I hope you guys saw that this collection is very suitable, of course, for art journaling, because that's how I designed it, but also for junk journaling. It's fantastic. It's great for your memory keeping. It's great for decorating, barely anything. So yeah, I am absolutely loving this collection. And I'm happy I can finally play with it. So not this Friday, but next Friday I'll be live again. And I'll be playing with this in the art journals again, of course. Now, I can't trust myself, so I will just put a bit of glue on here to give me some wiggle time. There we go. Leaving myself a tiny border at the bottom. Yes. This is what I mean. I can't stick straight. Yes. It's on there. Now I'm really committing and varnishing that down. I hope it sounded French, Diane. Thanks, Annette. Right, you're on there. This one is going to go here. So let's glue the pockets down here. Now, what I like to do with my pockets, where did my good one go? Here we go. I like my Teflon bone folder. I really like to fold these creases flat because now it sort of stands up. So I just like to varnish this down. I had 1 year of French in school, Diane, and after that I worked in Brussels, and in Brussels they all spoke French. So at one stage I could understand what they were saying, but I could never speak it. Okay. You're going there. And these pockets are a perfect fit on these flaps. I'll show that once it's adhered. Thanks, Nance. If you hear the dogs barking, there's someone at the door. That happens, right? We're not in a TV studio. We're at home, just like you. I'll get myself out so you can see what I'm doing better. So that's the second one. Slipped under there. Shouldn't do that. There we go. That's that one. So you see, they fit on there perfectly. Like it's almost like they're designed to fit on there. But yeah. So you've got nice flips and flaps now. And I can even do pockets here in the back if I want to. I'm not gonna, because then it's gonna be really, really thick and bulky. It's already gonna be a thick page, which I don't mind. I never. Somebody asked the other day, how many binders did you use per year? I used 4, 1 per quarter, 5 then if you include December day by day. So yeah, oh, I forgot to varnish this one well. Not too bad. So yeah, I had 1 per quarter because I work thick. I get that, Penny. And maybe I will do an updated video soon about all the different sizes and what goes where, etc. And I know that they're working on it on the website to update things, but that takes time. There's a lot of products on the website, so But yeah, it will be clearer. Oh, me too, Diane. I know I made it, but I'm loving it. So I'm just going to do something here, just because I can. So that's that. So now I've got my base page for the memory binder, but all created with Article Specials. And we're not done yet. We're going to use a lot more. So these are the tags that come with the set, the split tag pockets. And I'm going to be working with that. There we go. They fit in there beautifully, and it fits in here as well. You see? So I'm going to work on my text in a second, but first I'm going to work on the inside of this one. Because what I've got is a fun picture of myself. We were in a very beautiful hotel, and these were like show stairs. I couldn't help myself. I couldn't resist. So I had to do that. It's my past. Those were the lessons I was taught, how to do musical theater, and I will never forget how to walk down a show stairs without looking at the steps. Fairly. So that's going to go there in the center. Hi, Martina. That's true, Annette. So I'm also working with the laced set. And from that set, I've got these gorgeous corner bits that are going to go right here and right there. So that was my idea. Yeah, that's going to work. And then I just need to do some stamping in the back. And again, I'm using my brown tones for that. No, that's not Antwerp. That's The Hague. This was in January. I was in The Hague for a weekend. So that was then. Don't look at my dirty stamp block. And you can make these more grungy by sanding them, because they are craft core. And if you sand them, the craft core will be exposed. In this case, I didn't want to. I don't know. Normally that's what I do. But in this case, I thought, no, don't. Just don't. So you're going to go there. And this is such a perfect color to melt into the background. You go there. Hi, Chantal. Oh, happy you got it. So, and we were in, for the people that know The Hague, we were in Hotel des Andes. So it's a very posh, chic hotel. We had a great offer, so otherwise I can't afford that. But yeah, so that's that. So I just got to look up in my phone the date. And then I have to set my stamp, so bear with me. I'm looking up that picture. That was on the 15th of January. So I'm going to take my big stamp and say 15th. Of January 2026. I haven't even used it this year yet. Is that 2026? I always do a test because this seems wrong. This seems 2022. Oh, it's correct. So I just got to ink it up. Take a little scrap. No, 51 is not correct, right? That's why you test, David. That's why you test. 15. There we go. Okay, now I need help. I can't read French. Actually, I didn't take much pictures, but Patrice, I'm sorry. Some, of course, 15th of January. So, just to explain, on my calendar stamp that I've got here, I will write at the 15th, first day, The Hague. Des Ande. So that means now when I look at this picture, I can just simply refer back to this and say, ah, that's what it was. That's just how my pea-brain works. So, does this need more? No, I think this is quite a statement piece like that. So yeah, let me just glue that down. What this one had sticky layer to it, so that's easy. There we go. We'll varnish that down. And then I'll take some glue. I have an ATC binder in my collection, Penny. So we've got in Annette's collection there's one size. In my collection there's 3 sizes. Well, 4 if you count the square. That is still available, but is running out. We're not restocking that, and we're not making any dies for it anymore. And then we've got the ATC journal. But as I said, I will do an updated video soon with all the different sizes. So you're going to go there. These lace corners are so gorgeous. They're intricate. So I use my metal plate to cut them out. Just to give it a hint of more pressure so all these intricate pieces come out. Now we've also got the ATC box. Yes, that's absolutely true, Martina. How fun is this? Look at that. Oh, do as I say, not as I do. That's what they say. Hold it down until the glue is dry. That would help. How cool. Look at that. Now I think, oh, I need to do some splattering. Oh, I need to do more stamping. When I'm gonna. Because this space needs something. And I'll be working on this as well. I'm not sure yet what I'm going to do there. I'm just taking these little tiny numbers. I need to clean my block. Just stamp it along, having fun. So there we go. That's one. That's the inside done. So while that's drying, because I don't want to glue this stuck, I'm going to work on my tags that are going to go on the front. And I've got my pictures printed out to size. And then what I did, and I'll show you that, I've used the die from the split tag pocket page, the 2319 that is. I've used this die to cut out my pages. So I've lined them up, not my pages, my pictures. Line them up like this, cut them out. But then I'm going to do it at the back of this. So what I did with the other 3 pictures, flip them over and cut from this side. Just so that it fits on the back of the tag as well. And it follows all the grungy lines. Does that make sense? Did I explain that? Thank you, Patrice. I hope I explained it well. So, these are just pictures from when we were in The Hague. This is at Mauritshuis, which is a gorgeous museum with all the Van Goghs and not the Van Goghs, the Rembrandts. And this is the most famous picture there. This is the girl with the pearl. So, we've watched that. So, of course, she needs to be in here. Hi, Linda. Welcome. Thank you. So this is going to go on the back. This is the Royal Palace. The crown. So this is going to go on the back. And this one is going to go on the back. These are going to go on the front. So I'm just poking out all these little holes. So let's start gluing things down. And because I did that with a die, look, it fits on there like a glove. Cool, right? Thank you, Nance. Yeah, I love this paper pack as well. It's a bit more texture. It's different, of course, than the last one. But it's still a background paper. And I'm so happy you guys love it, because, I mean, I've designed this, boy, a long time ago. No, wrong one, this one. And yeah, then it's always a bit scary when you let it go out in the wild. So I'm happy you like it. So what I'm doing here is I'm just inking up my tags. There's a little one there. There we go. I'll speed up a bit. So okay, now I lost myself on my phone, but we're still there. So, and the back as well. Thank you, Petra. So as I said, for the people that arrived later, today is the last day of the Buy It All bundle. If you want that, 20% off the whole collection, the whole Hello You collection. So yeah, take advantage of that if you want to. So just quickly inking those using vintage photo as well. So these are done. Then I've got my tag toppers also ready to go. Those are here. So I'm just creasing these. There we go. Hi, Claire. Good to see you here. So here that blue comes back again that I've used with the lace on the inside. This one needs glue as well. It needs glue on both sides, David. This is very thick paper. So you notice that the hole isn't centered. But I've got a little trick for that in a second. So, how pretty is that blue with this paper? I love it. So, and the last one. So what I'm going to be doing here is I'm going to glue the pictures on, and then I'll stamp the date at the bottom of the tag. And that way I know when it was, and I can always reference back. Because of the wider page size of the new collection from Annette, the Everyday Memories, that few centimeters makes a difference. In this case, size is really, it makes a huge difference, because now all these fun flips and flaps fit without having to do adjustments. So yeah, that's one thing I love about it. So I'm going to have my crocodile here. There's something in there. Go away. Yep. I'll just open that hole. And now it's all perfect. Because this is thick paper, that's why I have to do this. Otherwise it aligns beautiful. So now I can just glue on my photos. You think you have them all, and then you spot one more. There we go. So I just have to make sure this lines up. And that's that. Got to look up on my phone, find the date. And that one was the 16th. Oh, there we go. There we go. So my date is at the bottom, so I can reference back. I'll write it down later. I won't bore you with that, but yeah. This one's going there. Probably that was the same date. No, it's the day after. Ooh. There we go. That fits on there beautifully, because we used that die to cut it out. Fun, right? So 17th. There we go. Fun, right? Oh, I love this. And then she will go. Oh, that one's for the back. This was also fun. This was in one of the museums we went to. I just love the spiral. So I'm looking down, and then the photograph was taken up. I don't know, Diane. I don't have that. I only have full months. I don't think Annette has. So there's that one. And that one was on the 16th. Annette, make a note. So now I've got my 3 tags ready. I need a bit of twine. So I'm just cutting off some. Like that. Shall I do what Annette always does? And then tie this in a bow, because I don't want it to stick out so much. Now I can't tie a bow to save my life, but I will try. There we go. Not too bad. So that's the idea. That's how I will finish them off. Put a dot of glue on here. Let that dry. And then I'll snip these off. So I'll be doing that to these. And then I'll show you on the back. I can actually show that this picture fits on there perfectly because the way I cut it. So I'll just put these on. Like that. Like that. I just love that it follows the grungy edge. Hi Janet, good to see you. That one goes there. So I know that was the first day. So let's do the 15th. And stamp. And then the other one, I know that was on the 16th as well. 16th we had a busy day. We walked a lot back then. This way. Stamp there. And let's do this one at the top for once. There we go. So, these are my tags ready to go. So let's put them in. I knew I had too much prepared, but it grabs onto something. So what I like to do is take my scissors, make sure that everything is loose, and try again. There we go. Something's stuck in there. I'll fix that. There's some glue stuck. There we go. You go there. Doesn't matter where you go, as long as you go in there. That's the thing with these tags, because they are a bit grungy and they've got the jagged edges. I need a longer scissors. Why is this not? There we go. Just have to wiggle it a bit. And this one goes in here. There's something in here which annoys me. Sorry. Something's grabbing and I don't know what. Ah, the picture is grabbing somewhere. I'll fix that, but I want to decorate the front. Sorry about that, guys. Hi, Olivia. Because I'm going to decorate this off screen, but I've got one more thing I wanted to show you, because this one is going to go on this tag that I made myself. I just cut a piece of paper fairly. And that's going to go on here. So let's do that. Then I've got all the pictures that I wanted to use. I've got them on here. Like that. That was the 17th. That's the Escher Museum, which is a beautiful palace, in a beautiful palace. And the museum itself is fun as well. But remember when we created that pocket using this one? You're going to go right in there. How fun is that? So I've got a hole reinforcer. That fits on here. This hole reinforcer comes from one of the other sets. There we go. So then I've got this beautiful piece, which is too long for here. So I'm going to make it work, and I'm just going to cut it off right here. Yeah, that will work. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to snip this off. Like that. And now this beauty fits right on there. So let's glue that down. This one is from the die set that we're using. Oh, thank you, Penny. You're too kind. So yeah, I hope I showed you guys how versatile this collection is. There we go. Line that out there. Then I've got two of these lace pieces from the same set that I want to put right there. So I'm just going to snip that off here. and stick that down. I'm running a tiny bit late, guys. I hope you don't mind. I'm just snipping a tiny bit off here. There we go. Because this looks lacy to me, so I thought the lace would be fine. And then we've got the lace coming back here. And then here I'm going to put it at the top. So I'll glue it down and then I'll snip it off. That might work better. That's what Annette always does. So I might as well follow her lead. These little pin sets are, I can't do without. There we go. That's on there. Nice. And then I've got these beautiful elements that I want to use. Butterfly, the dragonfly, and I've got these ink splatters that are in there. No, those are going to be too much. So yeah, I'm going to glue these down. So very tone on tone color wise. I mean, nothing spectacular happening from that point of view, but I do love how this looks. You need to come down a tiny bit. There we go. So you don't fight with your upper layer. And then I'm going to do some stamping, and I'm even going to take a lighter color. Sand dune, right? Yep. And I'm not going to put this on a block. I'm just going to use that with my fingers like that, just to give that some texture. Like that. So then I'm going to take some words from the ephemera book. And I want, this is where the black comes in. I'm just going to cut Wonderful World. You can use your paper trimmer for this. I need a long neck. There we go. Wonderful World. That's going to go here. I need another one. Life is Good. Now this is too white, so what I do, I'm just going to take my ink dauber, and with what's left of that, I'm going to go over. Now I'm using ink, distress ink, that's transparent, so on the black it won't change, but it will just change the white on here. And now it's a different feel. I like that. So Life is Good. That's going to go here. want that at the top. And Wonderful World is going to go right here. There we go. That's it. That is it. Walk away, David. There's loads more you can do. I will finish this off, of course, with the ribbons or the threads, etc. But look how fun that is. And then we've got the pull out one here. So loads of space. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 pictures in here. And I can even do more because I can do one on the back of this. Yeah, look how fun that turned out. So I really hope you like this and that you appreciate the fact that you can really mix and match Annette's collection with mine. Yeah, the Bible finishes today, so if you want to take advantage of the 20% off, do that now. Thank you for joining me today, and I love to see you for the next one. My next one is going to be next Friday, so not next Friday, but Friday after, the 20th, that's me, and this Friday it'll be Heather, so you'll be in for a treat there. Thank you very much for joining me, and I love to see you for the next one. Thank you. Bye.